What we're really excited about tonight is the Positive Business Awards, and I'd like to invite here the students who birthed this idea and then executed it from the beginning and to the end. And so we're thrilled to introduce Lucy Colgan and Ilana Weil, two amazing students who came up with the idea for the award, led the entire process. Lucy graduated 2 weeks ago. Congratulations. So one more alumna in the audience and soon on stage. And Ilana is currently a Ross MBA student. Lucy and Ilana, the show is yours.
Good evening. My name is Lucy Colgan, and I'm a recent graduate of the University of Michigan.
And my name is Ilana Weil, and I'm a current MBA student at the Ross School of Business. Thank you all so much for coming. We're both thrilled to be here with you tonight. Before we begin tonight's program, we would like to take a moment to introduce and give a little background about the sponsor of the Positive Business Awards, Interface. In 1994, modular carpet maker Interface shifted the vision and focus of its manufacturing to become a sustainable and ultimately restorative enterprise. This transformational shift changed the company's processes, products, but also its people. A byproduct of the new thinking that this sustainability focus ushered in was a new way of doing business, a changed culture that took hold in all levels of the company, from management teams to factory employees. Here to represent Interface at tonight's session is Ann Arbor. As Vice President of Sustainability for Interface, Erin gives voice to the company's conscience, ensuring that strategy and goals are in sync with the aggressive sustainability vision established almost 20 years ago. She leads a team that provides technical assistance and support to the company's global business, addressing sustainability at all levels, from operations and management to employees and customers and in policy forums. And she also keeps a finger on the pulse of the company's transformed culture, a byproduct of sustainability thinking that has been critical in driving innovation and retaining and attracting talented employees. We would now like to introduce Ann Arbor and present Erin and Interface with this award to thank them for their generous sponsorship. Erin, will you please come up?
Thank you, that's lovely. Do you guys want to be in a picture? Don't run away. They're backing up. You're supposed to come forward. Thank you. Oh, thanks so much. Thank you. Thanks really very much for actually the opportunity, Chris, to be here. This award and the project that you two came up with really resonated with us because we really do believe in sort of the power of what a positive story can do and how it can change the way people think and how it can ultimately lead to behavior change. I've been with Interface about 11 years, and 2 years ago I undertook a project at the request of our CEO. Our founder, our beloved founder who started us on this mission, Ray Anderson, had passed away, and he had asked me to sort of figure out how alive and well our commitment to sustainability was. We knew it was sort of really ingrained in the company, but he wanted me to sort of go out and explore it. So I took a documentary film crew with me to factories around the world, and I interviewed as many of our employees as I could. And I asked them about the impacts of sustainability, the impact of working at Interface, and how it changed their lives. And the project really was transformational for the people who were involved. Many of our factory employees had never spoken directly, openly to a manager. I sit on our senior leadership team. They'd never been videotaped. In some instances, they'd never been directly asked for their opinion or been asked to tell their story. So it really impacted them. It really impacted a bunch of new people coming to the company, seeing the power that sort of the positive transformation had on people in every factory we have, Thailand, Australia, China. So it was really sort of an amazing project. So when the opportunity came up to sort of sponsor this amazing project that you two created and really do something to spread more stories like ours, it was sort of a no-brainer for us. So you'll see some of the videos tonight. You'll hear about some of the amazing things that other companies are doing and their own stories of positive business. And I hope that sort of you'll take some of those back into your organizations. And I hope that you guys enjoy some of the really wonderful stories you're about to hear. Thank you.
In today's business world, we are often compelled by companies and organizations that have managed to achieve the extraordinary, that have seemed to reach the pinnacle of performance, extraordinary financial performance, rapid growth, outstanding innovation, ingenious creativity, notable impact. We look to these organizations as models of success. They've done it, and they've done it right. They inspire us in the business community to push our own organizations to the utmost success. These are the trailblazers that took the risk and now reap the reward. The predicament, however, is that many organization leaders have a hard time finding ways to pair the inspiration of these companies with the implementation into their own. Employees throughout the organizational hierarchy who are left in awe of thriving companies can sometimes return to their own offices feeling disheartened and stuck in the status quo of their day-to-day work. The Positive Business Project began with the aim to highlight the extraordinary in the seemingly ordinary. Positive practices occur in organizations across all sectors, of all sizes, and at all levels. These hidden gems that build a positive culture create significant impact, just like the talented large corporations that we read about in the Wall Street Journal. They just aren't showcased. With this project, it was our goal to identify, profile, and reward day-to-day acts of positive business.
Tonight, the Positive Business Awards ceremony is the culmination of a year-long project created and implemented by students at the Ross School of Business. To provide you with some background on this exciting competition, the aim of this project was simple: to highlight the extraordinary in the ordinary. We did so by launching a video competition. The call for submissions was blasted through numerous networks, including news sources, professional contacts, personal contacts, the Michigan Alumni Network, local, national, and even international communities. We asked organizations to submit videos, 2 to 3 minutes in length, highlighting positive business in action. This description was left intentionally vague, as we wanted organizations to interpret positive business as they saw fit. Perhaps a manager, perhaps a team, perhaps a certain practice or employee culture would come to mind as organizations were challenged to showcase their positive practices. The contest window lasted approximately 8 weeks, resulting in a set of submissions that blew us away. To better illustrate the Positive Business Project, we've compiled a montage showcasing short clips of several submissions that we would like to show you now.
Meeting at DoSomething.org occurs every Wednesday morning, and everybody on staff is invited to it and encouraged to participate.
Don't worry, it's not all work and no play for our team. We love our jobs, and the culture we've built here at DC Scores allows us all to thrive and do our best for our students.
Come see what all the fun is about. Welcome to our office.
Part of such a thoughtful, powerful culture where people are really into it, love what they do, and are sharing things about each other. I think that's awesome.
But what we also need to do is make sure that we continue to focus on the well-being of our individuals. Ultimately, the organisation gets the benefit of that, and then that flows on to the outcomes that we're able to achieve for a community and city of more than 100,000 people.
It's not hard to come to work. It's great. I'll be here for 30 years, 40 years. You won't get rid of me.
People's voices are being heard, and they're part of the creation of this great journey that we're on.
It's not just a company, it's a culture. And it's improved my life, just not by providing me a job, but just improved my life in general. You know, I wake up every day encouraged, excited about going to work and working with the people that I do.
Our employees in the past were just not as willing to come forward and share all the particulars of an incident or a near miss. And now they're just, with the fact that we've moved away from discipline, we're focused on learning and not blame, employees are much more open. We're able to really learn from things and be able to share them with a wider audience.
The positive business practices and organizational culture nurture an energetic and strong team whose work transforms the lives of youth across Washington, D.C.
People notice when large organizations do something beyond themselves. None of this is about us. It's about the communities we live in. It's about creating an environment for our people to go out and give their talents and treasure to so many other people. And that's really what we stand for as a firm.
It sounds a little fluffy, just focusing on the fun thing, but it's actually not fluffy at all. If people in the organization are happy and passionate and focused, that can only make your business stronger and make what you do in the world even more impactful.
The submissions, as you can see, were simply extraordinary, and we wish that we had more time to show you them. From the rapidly growing culture at Alex and Ani focused on love, to salad bar lunch at the impactful nonprofit DC Scores, to the Israeli company Netafim's steadfast commitment to sustainability, to employee empowerment through increased education at the Ann Arbor YMCA, to building high-quality connections at Deloitte University's Training Center, positive business practices are being implemented across the business and nonprofit world. Our hope is that you will walk away from this session feeling empowered and inspired to bring some of these practices back to your own organizations. The Positive Business Project culminated in the Positive Business Awards, which are being presented tonight to 5 outstanding organizations. After the submission window closed, a panel of esteemed judges was challenged with the task of picking 5 winners. The judging panel was comprised of business leaders, management educators, and experts in the field of positive organizational scholarship. Judges were asked to focus on the following criteria while identifying the winners. 1, the extent to which the video and organization exemplified exceptional positive practice. 2, overall workplace impact, evaluating how the practice has a profound effect on the well-being and spirit of the organization. 3, how the practice has contributed to a better community and organization. And lastly, 4, originality and creativity of submission. Using a systematic scoring procedure, the judging panel identified 4 finalists and 1 grand prize winner. It is with great pride and respect and admiration that we present these winners as the first annual recipients of the Ross School of Business's Positive Business Awards.
Our first finalist, Pacific Gas and Electric Company, also known as PG&E, is a utilities company that provides natural gas and electricity to most of the northern 2/3 of California. Following the tragic accident of the San Bruno pipeline rupture, PG&E accepted accountability and implemented enormous change with the mission of transforming an 100-plus-year-old natural gas system into the safest and most reliable in America. In their video submission to the Positive Business Project, PG&E profiled Vice President of Gas Operations, Nick Stavropoulos, and his extraordinary executive leadership following this crisis. His work has had a tremendous positive impact on the company and has increased the safety of communities across California.
put, my job is to improve the safety culture. We really had a seminal moment at PG&E. What happened was one of our mapping supervisors had identified 17 plat maps out of 22,000 that hadn't been properly leak surveyed. We self-reported that, and 3 weeks later we were fined $17 million. So I had a choice to make. Was I going to fight this and argue about it, or was I going to take this an opportunity to turn lemons into lemonade? We broadcasted a communication from me to all 22,000 of our co-workers at PG&E that I was proud of the employees that called us out. I was proud of the fact that we self-reported, and whether they find a $17 million or $70 million, I want us to do the same thing. And that was a huge moment for us. It was really the first opportunity for people to visibly see that we were changing the way that we went about doing business.
We are honored to invite Nick to the stage to accept the finalist award for his courageous, positive leadership at PG&E.
Thank you all. University of Michigan, thank you all very much. Thank you for hosting this Positive Business Conference. You know, in my office, I have a placard that I've had there on my desk for over a decade. And it says, "Optimism is true moral courage." Optimism is true moral courage. And really, it's the first thing I see in the morning and then the last thing I see before I leave at the end of the day. And I believe as a leader in my company, that's really my responsibility, to provide optimism for the 22,000 people at PG&E, to serve 15 million people in Northern California. So on behalf of all the 22,000 PG&Eers, I really graciously accept this wonderful award. So thank you very much.
Our next finalist is a New York-based company called DoSomething.org. This member organization inspires young people to be social advocates of social change by plugging into charitable campaigns that impact the greater good. As quoted on their website, DoSomething.org makes the world suck less. Do Something's entry to the Positive Business Project highlighted their innovative corporate culture, complete with fluid workspaces that promote collaboration, innovation-focused meetings which serve to improve communication, and systematized internal recognition of employees' hard work and contribution. Here's a clip of their video submission to give you a glimpse into the world of DoSomething.org.
So staff meeting at Do Something is held every Wednesday at 2:30. We all gather in the pit of the office and say an accomplishment of the past week, a goal for the next week, and if we have any requests for any staff members or the whole staff. At the end of staff meeting, we award the penguin. So the person who got the penguin last week gives it to the next person. And it's really just to highlight somebody who did an awesome job that week and really kicked butt on a project. So it's sort of a way to do that internal recognition.
It is our honor to invite Ritika Kaushal to the stage to accept a finalist award on behalf of DoSomething.org for its positive business practices.
Thank you to the Ross Business School and the Positive Business Project. This is such a great place to be and really inspiring. And I want to give a shout out to my coworkers and to everyone involved in Do Something, whether it's the CEO to the interns. All of them have had such a major impact on us being positive and creating such a great workplace. So even though they're not here, this award goes to them as well. Thank you.
The next finalist award is presented to the City of Ballarat, located in Victoria, Australia. This government organization has truly embodied positive business practices in the management of their city. Their video entry highlighted their mission to build a work environment that values the well-being of individuals and the sustainable positive development of each employee. One notable practice that has been integrated into the City of Ballarat culture is the sharing of gratitude. Through a gratitude wall, gratitude interventions, and shared appreciation of others, the City of Ballarat is focusing on the positive.
Session with them, we talked about gratitude and gratitude at work, and then we asked them whether they were up for a challenge. We started our team meetings with everybody sharing things that they appreciated from their day. There was so much appreciation and gratitude flying around the team. People were really positive. It's impossible to be upset about anything when you're showing gratitude. People were looking for things to appreciate rather than looking for problems.
Given the distance of Australia, unfortunately, representatives from City of Ballarat were unable to join us tonight. However, they recorded a short segment to virtually accept their Positive Business Award.
Hi from Down Under. We're really honoured to have been picked as a finalist in the Positive Business Awards. The video that we put together is one of the examples we are really proud of as an organisation. I think it showcases a piece of work that perfectly summarises the way we've approached our organisation development activities here for the last 2 or 3 years. There are other examples, but that one seemed to be a perfect fit for the competition guidelines, so we hope you enjoyed it. We really enjoyed making it. Everyone that was involved in the filming of that, we're really excited about the opportunity to talk about what they had done and even the experience of just reliving it, and it was some form of acknowledgement, I suppose, and some form of gratitude in itself, ironically. I really applaud you all for attending the conference because, having attended a residential there last December, I can safely say that it's one of the best development opportunities I've ever undertaken, and I think it is definitely the material that's going to take organisations forward, such as it is working for us. So thanks once again, and all the best for the rest of the conference.
Our next finalist is a Bay Area, California-based nonprofit. Hope Lab researches and develops technology-based products to improve human health and well-being. Their formula for positive impact is research plus innovation plus customer input equals great results. Hope Lab's video entries showcase their combination of practical tools and compassionate leadership that help create a caring, innovative, and resilient culture at their company. To give you a peek into Hope Lab's positive practices and outstanding culture, here is a clip of their submission.
For me, it's about making the world a better place. We all spend so much of our time and energy at work. And the more we can create workplaces that reflect the kind of world we would like to live in, if we can build that in workplaces, then I think by extension we're also helping to build that in the world and making the world a better place.
It is our privilege to invite Dan Crawley and Chris Murchison to the stage to accept their finalist award on behalf of Hope Lab for its inspiring positive business practices.
Thank you so much. It's really an honor to receive this award from an organization that we have so much respect for. And when I was thinking about this, first I wanted to thank my colleagues at Hope Lab. We are all stewards of our culture, so it's not just the efforts of one person, but the efforts of many. And in fact, everyone sitting here is a steward of culture and of positive business. And for me, it's work that really comes from the heart. And when I think about what it really takes to do this work, the words that come up for me are curiosity, courage, playfulness, joyfulness, and creativity. And so those are the things that we all bring to this work at Hope Lab. And we're happy to be able to share these gifts with the world. And again, thank you all for being here and for also carrying a flag for positive business and being the stewards of this work out in the world. Thank you.
And finally, we are proud to announce the grand prize winner of the inaugural Positive Business Awards. UAE Exchange is a leading global foreign exchange company with over 700 branches across 31 countries and 5 continents. The organization's entry in the Positive Business Project focused on their bounce back from the financial crisis of 2008, when the UAE market experienced 50% customer loss in the money transfer and forex business. After the crisis, UAE Exchange adopted a new strategy of revenue maximization through enhanced customer experience by creating a strong, interconnected workplace. The employee engagement initiatives of UAE Exchange created an exemplary positive business culture with far-reaching and long-lasting impact. We are excited to show you tonight UAE Exchange's entire video submission and award this organization the grand prize.
UAE Exchange is a $350 million company in the money transfer and foreign exchange services business. The financial crisis of 2008 affected the Middle East as well. The UAE market experienced a 50% customer loss in money transfer and forex business. But UAE Exchange decided on a bold strategy of revenue maximization through enhanced customer experience. How was this company going to do it? The answer was simple: through its people. The idea was to create a strong emotional connect with the employees. In the words of the management, if we give better moments to our colleagues, they will give their best moments for the organization and to its customers. Achieving the three principles of equitable structure, fairness in process, and goodwill of the employees would ensure business growth. But how? How does a mid-sized Middle Eastern company create high-quality connections among employees and between management and employees? The answer was resonating emotions for lasting expressions, or reflex. This concept was tested over 2 days among all the 2,000 employees and was a resounding success. It was then rolled out as a year-long program called Reflex Amplified for Continuous Engagement. RACE consists of 4 events. Marathon, which tracks parameters like sales, productivity, and compliance on a daily, weekly, and quarterly basis, all coming from the balanced scorecard. Hurdles were bi-weekly initiatives designed to help catch up with lagging business parameters. Sprint had 2,000 employees competing in sports on 2 days every month. And Relay used the same 2 days to conduct art and culture activities for the employees. The KRAs combined business, sports, and arts in a way that was never done before. All events were team-based and there were no individual competitions. There were 7 teams, each team consisting of 10 branches from the same geography representing the color of the rainbow. All colors together forming the white color of the company. Sports and arts created a platform to initiate high-quality connections. Here, they could connect with each other on a social, professional, and emotional level. A multitude of emotions were experienced and expressed. Collaborating for an undefined task requires tremendous amount of respect among colleagues. Sports and games enabled people to play multiple roles and complete complex tasks as a team. Numerous best practices were exchanged across branches in the same function. As a result, a year later, management summarized the achievement.
The love and affection that we have for our customers. This is the only single reason why we stand apart from the crowd in the market.
We reversed all that negative growth trends what we had during 2010, and we had double-digit growth in all the business streams for the year.
We would like to invite Dr. Thomas Joseph and Dr. Varghese Matthew to the stage to receive their grand prize award on behalf of UAE Exchange for its incredible change management and turnaround driven by positive business practices.
It was an initiative of the employees, by the employees, for the employees, in an organization where the management believed that whatever you ask God, God will give you if you have put your 100% and if the request is not hurting anyone. And we had a set of employees and a management. They really believed we have to balance the structure of an organization with the soul of the organization to make profits and create sustainability. On behalf of UAE Exchange's management and all the 7,000 employees worldwide, on behalf of our Managing Director, B.R. Shetty, CEO Sutish Shetty, and Vice President Operations, Mr. Pramod Mangat, me and Mr. Varghese Matthew, the country head of UAE Exchange UAE, thank the Rose School and all the people who worked behind this awards, and also all the people watching these awards for giving us a kind of satisfaction and enthusiasm and go ahead and make our organization world's most positive organization. Thank you. Thank you all.
PG&E, DoSomething.org, City of Ballarat, Hope Lab, and UAE Exchange, thank you. It is truly inspiring to see organizations of all types committed to bettering their company, their culture, and their communities through the implementation of positive business practice. Please join us in a round of applause to recognize all of the winners of the Positive Business Awards. In closing, we would like to take a moment to recognize a few individuals that helped make tonight's program possible. First, we'd like to thank Chris White for his outstanding mentorship, guidance, and leadership. Next, we'd like to recognize two additional members of the Positive Business Awards team, Emily Parr, a 2014 MBA graduate from the Ross School of Business, and Anna Maloney, a rising senior pursuing a degree in organizational studies. Our sincerest thank you for all your hard work. We could not have done this without you. Could you please rise to be recognized? We'd like to extend many thanks to Sam Zoll for all of his help with the video, to the Positive Business Conference coordinator Angie, Chloe, Molly, and Jess for coordinating this dinner, and to all of the staff and faculty at the Ross School of Business for all of your continued support throughout this process. And finally, thank you again to all participating companies. If you would like to view the winning submissions videos in their entirety, rather than just the clips that you saw tonight, please see the website for the Positive Business Conference. Links to the winning submissions will be posted under the tab that says Positive Business Awards.
The Positive Business Awards was born out of an informal conversation back in August 2013. Lucy and I had no idea what to expect or if this contest would be a success. We have been blown away by not only the caliber of entries, but by the organization's commitments to making the business world a more positive place. Our hope is that you leave tonight believing that we all have the power to be agents of change in our own organizations. And we hope to see you here next year as recipients of the 2015 Positive Business Awards. Thank you so much for coming, and have a wonderful evening.